Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, here we go again. It's been a week since the midterm elections and we still have absolutely no idea what's really going on. The results still aren't in, at least the full results. You know, there used to be unanimous consensus that this wasn't a good thing. Actually, here's a clip which shows you exactly what I mean.
The one thing no one expected in a presidential campaign is that we wouldn't know who won on election day.
Count our votes! Count our votes!
No one expected in a presidential campaign that you wouldn't have the results the night of. That was the standard. That used to be the standard. It was unacceptable to not know who was president or to not know which party won on the night of the general election. Well, over the last little while, it seems as though they've conditioned you into accepting the fact that elections take weeks to finalize because the whole system was changed thanks to new Democrat laws, and now this is just the way it is. Florida had 7.7 million votes to count. The votes were in and counted, tabulated, released, reported in less than 24 hours. It's been a week. We still don't know who's going to be the next governor of Arizona. And just the roller coaster, the ups and downs, and the last minute upset victories as the votes trickle in make this whole process an absolute nightmare. And here we go again. Well, would you look at that? We were reporting on Lauren Boebert supposedly losing her race, and then of course she took the lead. And with 99% reporting, she's supposedly won her district. Although there's very likely to be a recount in the race, but supposedly Lauren Boebert has won her race. Until all of a sudden, left-wing outlets are now reporting that there may be thousands of Democrat ballots about to be fixed or cured that's going to flip the race back to Democrats. This stuff is just crazy. It's so frustrating. Let me show you guys what's going on. Let's talk about it, and let's talk about exactly why it's so ridiculous and so crazy. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so we go to left-wing Newsmax. Lauren Boebert in danger as rejected mail-in ballot checks could help rival. The race for Colorado's 3rd congressional district remains too close to be called, as Trump-endorsed Representative Lauren Boebert is currently only slightly ahead of her rival, Democrat Adam Frisch. But the incumbent congresswoman's narrow lead could once again be overturned if thousands of likely rejected votes in favor of her challenger were to be, quote, cured, as a recount looms over the Colorado race. Every year in Colorado, thousands of ballots are reportedly rejected for issues related to signature verification, such as a missing signature or a discrepancy in the signature. Local officials then alert voters of the issue, giving them a week to fix the problem and make their vote count. The process, which is done in 23 other states besides Colorado, is called ballot curing. Colorado voters can check the status of their ballot here, State of Colorado ballot tracks. Boebert was widely projected to be the winner in the midterms, with the polling website 538 giving her a 97 in 100 chance of victory in days ahead of the vote. As of November 14th, with nearly all of the ballots being counted, Boebert is leading with 50.1% of the vote, 162,000 votes, against Frisch's 49.8%, 160.9 thousand votes. Adam Frisch, her opponent, tweeted, "Ballots are still being cured in Colorado's 3rd district, and our campaign wants to make sure every vote is counted so we can retake the lead. Check the status of your ballot or to direct a friend to do so, click here." And really my reaction here, only one thing comes to mind. This whole system is an absolute mess. What I'm always saying, or what I'm always thinking is, how is this sustainable? Is this how elections are expected to move forward? To be highly divisive, to take weeks to find the final results, for races to be called and flip back? Are we just supposed to continue and pretend as if this is normal? I mean, is this happening in other developed nations? No, it's not. Pretty much everywhere, you have to do a couple things to participate in democracy. You have to show up on an early voting day, or you have to show up on election day with photo ID identifying yourself, and then you cast a physical ballot, which is then counted and tabulated after you put it in the box. That is literally the only thing that makes sense. And when it comes to absentee ballots, of course they make sense within the proper context, within a very limited scope. If you're serving in the military and you've been deployed to another nation, you deserve the right to vote and you can mail your ballot in. If you work in a foreign country, or if there's another extreme circumstance that makes it so that you can't show up on election day and vote, then sure, I get it. You can apply in advance with the proper reasoning, your reasoning fitting within the confines of the law or the description of the law surrounding absentee ballots, that makes sense. But this, what's going on right now, doesn't make sense. When you have some of these districts where more than half of the votes are coming from the mail system, when it's a slow and grueling process to have to go through all of these different kinds of ballots, and when there's clearly not enough technology and people working, there's not enough infrastructure in place to actually connect each ballot to a real individual who can identify themselves and confirm that they're the ones who cast the vote and are participating in democracy, well, then you get this system that just doesn't make sense at all. This doesn't make sense. In my opinion, there is only one proper way. People show up, they show their face, they have the ID. Election workers see the face, see the ID, same person, address, checks out, they're registered to vote, go right ahead, cast your ballot, and then it's counted. Instead, what you have is this. And now, weeks out of the election, we still don't even know if Lauren Boebert's going to win. It's possible that there's thousands of ballots that are going to get cured in the final hour and that it's going to flip, or maybe they're not going to get cured and the result's going to stay the same, or maybe Lauren Boebert's going to gain an even bigger lead. Whatever the result, I don't care. Even if this benefited the candidate that I agree with, the whole system just doesn't make sense. It's so disorganized and it's clearly causing problems. Making people angry, and it's also unfair in terms of political momentum. We still don't know if Kari Lake won, and let's say Kari Lake wins. I mean, it's looking hard to predict. A lot of the ballots now are breaking in her favor, but it's razor thin. I mean, it's extremely close. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to say, but let's say Kari Lake in the end wins here. They've robbed her of her election night celebration. They've robbed her of momentum and enthusiasm. They've turned it into this process where people are already tuned out and they're not even paying attention. Oh, and funnily enough, this whole ballot curing thing is now becoming a big thing in Arizona as well. We have this video right here in Maricopa County, which shows you that the ballot counting is basically done.
It sounds like they're gonna take a light break.
Based on the reporting from Nicole Grigg, Maricopa County confirms to me that all early ballots dropped off on election day have been counted. The only outstanding ballots that would be left are those requiring manual attention, adjudication, and provisionals. So we're going to get the final drop today, which is I think around 90,000 if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's a little less than that. And then even then, tomorrow as you're watching this video, after we've supposedly received everything, we still don't know who's going to be the next governor because there's still ballots remaining requiring adjudication, provisional ballots, and now even ballot curing, as both campaigns and even Kari Lake is promoting a ballot curing operation, making sure that your ballot got counted. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here, or I feel like I'm a little bit of a broken record. I mean, I keep saying it in all the videos that I'm recording, but I just want to keep saying it and keep hammering it. This whole system is scuffed. It's unsustainable. Democrats want to talk about the end of democracy, threats to democracy. This is it. You can't just keep moving forward and pretending as if what's going on is normal. It is not normal. Even CNN admitted that in 2016 when looking back at the Bush v. Gore election. It's not normal to not have the results the night of and to not know who's the winner. A recount, sure, but this craziness of all these different types of ballots, these different categories, splitting in different ways and the results going back and forth for weeks on end, and then the curing process because so many of the ballots have issues. It's just not a logical election system, and I fear for the societal issues that it may cause. So we got to keep paying attention. I'll try to keep you guys updated. Apparently the Lauren Boebert race is still not over. We reported previously that she took the lead. We never actually said that she won 100%. We were hoping that she won. I think the race was called at some point. It's now in the red column, but we'll have to continue following it. Of course, we'll continue following Kari Lake as well, although by the time you're watching this video, I think we'll have a much better idea as to where that race is headed. Right now, there's still a 25 or 26,000 vote gap. Actually, it might be 24,000. So we'll see if she manages to leapfrog ahead of Katie Hobbs. To be honest, based on what Kari Lake was saying and these election analysts and election viewers were telling us, I feel like it should have happened already, but it hasn't. So we'll have to see. I mean, the ballots might keep coming in pretty split, but I'll keep you guys updated as we're going into the second week and we still don't know who the winners are. That's what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.